Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Life of Vana. So today I'm doing a video that is highly requested by a lot of people. It's explaining to you guys a little bit of how my little sister died in November 2018. It is a bit still fresh in my head, so I don't really like to get into it because I don't really want to upset myself too much. I wore makeup today, so I try my best to not cry. I just want to say my little sister was an amazing human being. She was so funny. She would light up the room when she walked in. She was amazing. She would help anybody and everybody. She wouldn't ever judge anyone for anything. Like, she was an amazing person. That's all I want to say that. So long story short, my sister had a heart transplant 3 years ago. She was perfectly fine after she had her heart transplant. She would only have to take tablets. She had her heart transplant. She left the hospital probably like a week later after being in hospital for 9 months waiting for the heart. Got the heart. A week later after she got the heart, she left the hospital, which is, for that, it's a great achievement because some people who have heart transplants normally stay in hospital for 2 to 3 months. You only stay there for a week. She literally got up and walked, I think either the same day or the day after, went to the toilet herself. They tried to push her on a wheelchair. She said, I don't need a wheelchair, like, do you know who I am? She got up and went to the toilet. She suffered with 3 to 5 strokes before her heart transplant. But yeah, anyways, so she done a heart transplant. She was perfectly fine after her heart transplant. She went to school, she went to gym all the time. If you know my sister, she was a gym fanatic for a while. She was literally going everywhere, doing whatever she wanted. She was always out and about, doing her own thing, like literally. And then 1 week in November 2018, my sister started to feel a bit unwell. I come home from work one day. I used to work till 10 them times, and I come home from work one day and she was sitting in her bed with my mum and she just didn't look okay. So I said, so what's wrong? She said, I don't really feel well, Savannah. I said, cool, it's no problem, let's do the blood pressure, see what the blood pressure is saying and we'll go from there. She done her blood pressure and it was really, really low. So we done it again and it come up really, really low. So she looked at me because she knew what I was going to say and she really didn't want me to say what I was about to say. So I looked at her and I didn't say anything, and we done it again and it come up really, really low again. So I looked at her and I said, Sabjana, we need to call the ambulance and you need to go to the hospital. Like, you'll be out tomorrow, it's fine, just go get it checked out, see what's wrong, and then come back. Like, you're cool, like you're a soldier, like you've done, like this is nothing to you type of thing. Like, we've been through worse. So she looked at me and said, Savannah, I really don't want to go to the hospital, I really, really don't want to do it, like, oh, please, please, please. And I was like, no, Sabjana, we have to do it. So I called the ambulance now. This was probably Tuesday. Called the ambulance, they come and got her. They took her to North Middlesex Hospital, but they're not allowed to touch her without Great Ormond Street being on the phone. So they didn't really do much. They were just literally analysing her, making sure she's okay and making sure everything, like, it doesn't get any worse than what it is now. Wednesday they transferred her from Great Ormond Street to, no, from North Middlesex to Great Ormond Street, sorry. And then she was just getting analysed. They did tell us that she might hit death's door before coming back to us, but told us not to really stress, that it'll be okay. And us knowing Sabjana, she was a fighter. Nothing could actually put her down, like nothing. So Wednesday she was okay. She was still up talking to everyone. Yeah, she was okay. Thursday came and she had a seizure, which then led them to putting her in an induced coma, which then led to yeah, she was in an induced coma. My mum, who was there when she was having the seizure, my sister, they said that is when her spirit left her body. They said that you could just tell. And before she had a seizure, all she was saying to my mum was, Mum, like, apple, Mom gave her an apple. She said, no, apple. Which in my mum's, so my grandma on my mum's side is called more, which is apple in Albanian. And it just seemed like, because my mum said she was talking to someone and she kept saying apple, like apple. And my mum was like, Sabjana, you okay? And she was like, Mum, apple. So I feel like she was talking to my grandma before it all happened, basically. Friday came and they said to us that that's when we all came to the hospital, and they said to us that she has got a little bit better, and that's all we realistically needed. They literally said to us that she's got the tiniest better, but it's looking okay, it's not looking too bad. So I remember that day, I went to see her with Elise, and we was literally taking pictures, and was like, we're gonna show you this when you wake up, and we're gonna beat her ass for making us stress. Like literally, this is what we were saying. I've still got the videos, the pictures of when she was in a coma, and was literally like, I know you can hear us, and listen, you better wake up because we need you, and stop playing these games with us. You're here giving us heart issues as well. Like, what are you doing? Wake the up now. Like, okay. But no, so we've left now. We was all my family was sitting down, we were just talking, we was all stressed and stuff. And I've gone, I looked at my little brother and I said to him, do you want to come downstairs for a fag with me? So we've gone downstairs for a fag. I've come back upstairs, and I said to him, I'm gonna go see Sabjana, do you want to come? So we're walking towards her, where she is, her little cubicle, walking there, and my little brother's seen loads of nurses and doctors, and he's like stepped back a little bit, like, oh, like what's happening? But I've seen it because when they do handovers, that's what it looks like. So obviously, me not caring, I'm going to see my sister. Like, I don't care what he's lot doing. And all of a sudden, like, I'm literally standing there, and I can just hear beep 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 beep. And the nurse turns around and she looks at me, and I said, what's happening? And she had tears in her eyes. And she said, her blood pressure's gone really low, but we're going to, her blood pressure's gone really low, but we're going to try and help her. She'll be okay. These times the nurse herself had tears in her eyes. So I've said, whoa, like, I just stood there for a bit, and I was like, what? Like, and then he said that I had to leave, so now I've left, and I've called my other sister, and I told her to quickly come here, because I didn't want to alert all my family. I thought something's not right, the machine keeps beeping, and then as soon as I've said that, the whole ward, literally the whole ward, started going beep, 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 and it looked like Holby City. Like, there was nurses running in and out that room, in and out that room, like in and out, in and out, in and out. There was other nurses coming, people were strapped, like literally. So I'm looking at my sister's looking at me, and we're like, whoa, like what is happening? Like, this doesn't seem okay. So they've come and took my mum and my sister, and they put her in a room, and they said, realistically, just expect the worst right now. Literally, just expect the worst. So my sister's come out and she told us, and we've all started crying now. And she's now, I've gone to go see my little sister, and all I could see was these people literally just pumping on her chest with man force. And one would do it, and then one would get tired, so they'll switch it, and then the other one would get tired, and they'll like literally. And then we've all gone, we were praying, we were praying, and we were praying, and we were praying. And then we went downstairs, and my cousin came to pick us, to call us, and he said, quickly, you don't need to go upstairs, you need to come upstairs. So I'm running upstairs, we're all running upstairs, and we literally walked into a room. In this room was a woman standing in the middle of the room, no, sitting in the middle of the room. On the side was my dad, and he had his head in his hands. My mum was just frozen, literally frozen. And my dad came and said, he said, listen, she's gone, and we need to be strong. And we need to be strong, and we need to stick together. And I was like, what? Like, what? Like, no, this isn't true. Like, no. My sisters were crying, was all crying, was like, no, like, this can't be true. Like, how can she go like that? Like, no way. We, like, refused to believe it. And my dad literally just said, like, there's nothing else we can do. And the woman started talking, was like, we don't even want to hear it. It was all crying, punching things, screaming, shouting. My mum was trying to calm us down. My mum was very, very cold, like very emotionless, because she was very shocked. Like, we was all shocked for my sister, but my sister was a fighter. My sister was, and like, nothing would get her down, nothing. And it just, I guess she was just tired of trying. But yeah, so, and then she passed away on that Friday, and then we had the funeral on Wednesday.
Everything you know is in your mind.
It's been like a year and a bit now, and it feels like it only happened yesterday. And it's so hard, and time moves on, but you feel the same hurt. Time moves on, and it doesn't get easier. You just learn to deal with it because you have to. But yeah, guys, that's the story of my little sister.
Speak English.
How are you? You good?
Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Sabjana. Happy birthday to you.